Hey everybody, it's dessert time, and I had a bunch of apples kicking around in my refrigerator for a while now, and I have a pie crust in my freezer, which I've taken out and thawed, and I happen to have some maple syrup and some orange juice and some dried cranberries, and today we are going to make a New England style apple galette. Or galette, I don't know how you say that, galette, I think. So we're gonna get on it, and the first thing we're gonna do is mapleize our cranberries. Okay, in a little saucepan over medium-high heat, we're gonna throw in some dried cranberries into the saucepan. And I'm trying to use these cranberries up. I also have some orange juice. I haven't seen Donald Duck orange juice in 30 years, but I bought some, and that's going in too. And some maple syrup. And we're going to bring this up to a boil, and we're going to let these cranberries steep in this juice. And we're going to use that with our apples in our galette. We have reached our boil, and now we're going to remove these from the heat and let them steep for a while. You should smell that mapley, orangey. Oh my gosh, so good. I had two kinds of apples. I had a big giant Granny Smith apple from somewhere, and then I had a bunch of Macintosh apples. So I sliced these and cut these into chunks. And the next thing we're gonna do is mix together some sugar and some cinnamon and toss them up with those apples. About a tablespoon of cinnamon to quarter cup of sugar or so. And we're going to mix that up nicely. And then we're going to season our apples with those. First, we're going to do our grannies. Toss those up. Make them sweet, make them cinnamony. All done. Smelling amazing. Next, we're going to do our Macintosh. Okay, we're preheating the oven to 400 degrees, and the first thing that's going on are our diced grannies. There's still a little wetness in this bowl, so I'm trying to keep that out. And spread those around. Followed by a layer of our maple orange cranberries. Mop up this little drippage here and get you back into the center. The next thing we're going to do is dot this with some butter. A little sprinkle of flour. The oven's ready, up to temp. Whoop, get back there. Okay. Next thing that's going on are our apple slices. We're going to lay them in a concentric circles all the way around. The ones that aren't broken. Try to make it look as pretty as we can. We're going to put on the rest of our cranberries, which aren't very many, but give it a pretty little color and a little syrupiness. Okay. A few more dots of butter. I put too much stuff on this. But we'll see if we can make it work. The butter makes a nice sauce. Okay. Now I'm going to press this down as hard as I can. Push in the sides as much as I can. All the butter stuck to my gloves. Now we're going to fold up these edges effectively as we can. Our galette is formed, and they call it rustic for a reason, because it's pretty rustic. But the next thing we're going to do before we put it in the oven is we're going to brush the sides with an egg wash. That'll seal things and brown things up. We want to keep it on the edges, not in the middle. You want to get it around the edges so it holds in all those juices. Because like I said, I think I overfilled this thing. We're egg washed and we're going in. It's going to take about 45 minutes or so. And let's see how it goes. Our New England style apple galette is out of the oven. And as you can see, the crust is nicely browned, and tapping on it tells me it's done. And we tested our apples by sticking in a knife, and everything's soft and cooked. And now we're going to transfer it to a serving plate and let it cool and serve it up. I've put this on a serving plate. It's going to have to cool down for just a while before we can cut it. And we're going to pull out some ice cream and we're going to serve it up with that. And it'll be real. Thank you for joining me while I played with my apples and made a lovely dessert. We'll see what it tastes like when we serve it with some ice cream, or you can serve it with whipped cream, or, you know, nothing if you want. But I like ice cream with apple stuff. I got some ice cream to serve our galette with. And here's what it looks like on the fork. The ice cream is melty because it should be served warm, and we're gonna take ourselves a little bite. That's gonna be real good.